Get them over there. I'm gonna do the rest. I'm gonna come through the back. Look, tell them come through the front. Don't even tell them I'm over there. I swear to God, don't even say nothing. I'm gonna come through the back, and we're gonna get all the money. But look, we're gonna act like you ain't got nothing to do with it.
That's my blood brother.
I don't care nothing about that, bro. You know what he did. You know what he did.
Cause you lost on the dice game.
Man, I'm finna get him. What?
Cause you lost on the dice game.
So what? I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play like that, bro. Look, just come on, I'm gonna come through the back, and I'm just cut you in or something.
I don't want nothing. You're not finna get down on my big brother because you wanted to shoot dice with him.
It ain't got nothing to do with you. Just
is this? How much did you put on the table?
Like 30. Man, I don't even talk about that, bro. But look,
why are you betting that much money on dice?
Look, just do what I said, or me and you open.
What?
Do what I said, or me and you open.
Because I don't want to backdoor my big brother.
Yeah, handle that. I need you to handle that. I ain't gonna play.
No, I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'm not backdooring my big brother.
Why is you acting like a simp right now? Come on, man.
All right, everybody, what's going on? So I hope everybody is having a great new year. Hope you're being safe. The shenanigans are starting already. We got terrorist attacks and all kinds of madness. So please, if you're going out to any kind of big venue, basketball game, football game, whatever the case might be very safe, be very careful, keep your head on the swivel. If you see something, say something. Remember what I always tell you, prejudice saves lives. Don't be afraid to say that guy who's very suspicious is in fact suspicious. But beyond that, like I said, I hope you guys are having a good new year. Here's the deal. You guys saw the clip that I played, and I don't know that this is real. I don't. This could be a sketch. It could be a little skit. Everybody does stuff like this on the internet for clout. But let's just take it from the standpoint that it's real and authentic. What you have is a woman who is presumably in a relationship with a man. I'm going to assume that's her boyfriend or some sort of situationship. And what's going on is apparently he bet some absorbent amount of money in a dice game to her brother, and he now wants her to help him set up and rob and maybe more, maybe even delete her own blood brother. And she's saying no, she's not going to do that. And he's basically, kind of put the pressure on her to do this. Here's the deal. When it comes to the women in your life, whether it's your mom, whether it's your sister, female cousins, aunts, even if it's just friends and associates, whatever, these women are always maybe one or two people removed from a criminal. Women, they love bad boys from a romantic standpoint. And even from a not so romantic standpoint, they like guys who run with dangerous guys. So they'll go out there and they will get a good guy, but that good guy will have bad friends. And women like that kind of stuff. And oftentimes they get themselves into bad situations and they bring that situation right to you. Or they will know of a bad situation that is headed your way and they won't give you a heads up. Here's the deal. When it comes to this situation, assuming that it's real, I want you guys to realize your sister or whatever person, whatever woman that's in your life, she will do stuff like this. She will know that someone is scheming and plotting against you, and she won't go and tell you. She won't run and tell you. She will try to neutralize that situation. She'll try to talk that person down off the edge. And let's assume that she can do it. She'll try to talk that person off the edge and stop them from doing it, but then she'll stay with that person and never give you a heads up. There's so much that I could say in regard to that, but the only thing that really needs to be said is that women oftentimes just will not give you a heads up, and they will side with the person who wants to put a knife in your back or a bullet in your chest, and they won't leave that person. Worst case scenario, this woman sets you up, right? She sets up her own flesh and blood. Second worst case scenario is that this person applies pressure over and over and over again to try to get her to set you up, and she says no, but she doesn't tell you about it. She stays with this person, and this person starts to threaten her. I'm going to do something to you. Or this person starts treating her poorly. And then what that woman in your life will do, whether it's a sister, a mom, a friend, whoever, she'll call you and say, this person beat me up. This person is threatening me. This person is hurting me, blah, 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 blah. And then she will put you between that person, and you will have a vested interest in dealing with that person. Now y'all can cancel each other out. Now let's assume that that's what happens and you don't win. you don't win the confrontation. That man gets what he wants anyways. He wanted me gone. So he gets to delete me, or he gets to do whatever to me, possibly, like let's say I don't expire in this situation. So this dude beats me up, he stabs me, shoots me, whatever. He gets to, rob my house, rob me of my goods, and he gets what he wanted in the first place under the guise of him beating on you or him doing something to you. So he gets what he wants. And then you go back to him, which I've played that clip of Charleston White and Cam Newton going back and forth about trying to save women in situations. And then Charleston White tells Cam Newton, a woman to get beat on and go right back to the guy who was beating on her. So don't interfere. This is not the same situation, but it's close. A woman will allow a bad situation to befall you. She will know what's going to befall you. She knows who wants to do it. She won't give you a heads up. She'll watch the whole thing go down, and then she'll be back with that person. Whatever the case might be, when I tell you that you have to be very careful of the women in your life, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not telling you to not love the women in your life, your mom, your sister, your aunt, whatever. But when it comes to female friends, this is one of the great reasons why you shouldn't have them, or you should be very cautious of them, because you don't know anything about the men that they are dealing with. When it comes to any woman in your life, this is why I would tell you be very cautious of dealing with the men that they are dealing with. Don't show those men that you have success. Don't let those men come to your house, because they'll be there casing the place, and then they'll be plotting against you. Don't intervene with those men if there's a situation of, domestic violence. If she's trying to call you to play referee, don't do it. Here's the deal. Like I said, I don't know that this is real. You guys have heard me more than a couple of times mention people like Coach Greg Adams, who talks about things like this. I think Fresh and Fit, they talk about things like this. As our situation gets worse, the political situation gets worse, the economic situation gets worse, the women that you're dealing with, whether it's mom, sister, aunt, cousin, co-workers, female friends in general, people are going to become desperate. They could become desperate, and they could start bringing trouble your way. You need to start putting distance between yourself and people who have a financial situation or a social situation that looks like it could get ugly for them. And then by extension, they could bring it to you. Be very careful who you give favors to. Be very careful who you are favorable towards in terms of your time and your space, right? Be careful about letting women in your space. You go out, you meet some girl at a bar, you bring her back to your place, and then all of a sudden your house is getting run up in, a week or two later. As things get worse, people get worse. And like I said, the women that are in your life, they might not have your back, or they might not give you a warning. I can't really tell you what goes through a woman's head when she knows a man in her life that is considered a friend or family. That person's life is in danger because of some guy she's sleeping with, and she decides, I'm not going to warn this guy. I'm just going to hope the situation goes away. I can't tell you what goes through their mind other than delusion and foolishness. I can only tell you to be exceptionally cautious as you deal with these kinds of women. Even if it's your sister, your mother, whomever, you might be willing to die for them, but they are willing to let you die for them and for any other reason. It is what it is. It's an ugly world out here. So I'm not going to beat this into the ground too much. Have a safe and happy New Year's. Be safe in public, and I will get back at you on the next one. Peace.